I'm Georgia.
I'm Nate.
We're husband and wife, and we own Eraze Laser Clinic.
Nice. So what got you into wanting to run a tattoo removal
Just 2 seconds. Where are we supposed to be looking? The camera or you? Yep.
Just wherever.
I was looking at the screen. I was like, yeah, that's where you want us to. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, so about 15 or more years ago, Nate had a little tribal armband tattoo, and he wanted to get a sleeve. This sleeve. He wanted to get a sleeve, and so he wanted to get some laser to lighten that. So he searched around, and the only place he could find on the Gold Coast to get it done was a guy working out of his kitchen in Southport, and just had a little laser working off his kitchen bench. So we just thought at the time, this is something that's missing in the market. So my background was beauty from many years ago. So we just thought it was a natural progression to join forces and do tattoo removal.
Okay, so what were you doing before?
Well, we had a furniture removals business before that.
So you also run a business prior to this?
So we had trucks. Yeah, massive, like 20 truck drivers, 6 interstate trucks.
Probably did 5 years together on the trucking business before we did Eraze. The laser was prior to that, but I started my laser, my first laser on the arm.
Okay, so
before this sleeve.
Did you completely remove that yourself?
Yeah, that's it.
The sleeve was completely removed.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
God.
And then the armband before that was probably 2 or 3 sessions.
Yeah.
Just to get light enough to get the sleeve on top. Yeah.
So how does laser work? Like, how does it remove the tattoo?
So the laser that we use, it goes past the skin, hits the ink particles shatter, and then those broken ink particles get flushed out through the lymphatic system. So it goes layer by layer by layer. So the deeper a tattoo has been put into the skin, the more sessions it generally takes to remove.
And I would know that.
Yes, you would know that,
And how long does it normally take to remove a tattoo?
There's no normal. Like, we've removed tattoos in, a couple of sessions in a few months, but then there's been others that took years. Nate's sleeve took 2 years. That was 8 sessions over 2 years. But like, if you keep looking at the wall, we always write how many sessions every person's removal took, so that gives people a realistic expectation. Some people, can take more than 10 goes, like close to 15 goes. But it just depends on how heavy it is. Depends on so many different factors, though. How far apart you spread your sessions. A person's health's got a lot to do with it, because it is removed by the lymphatic system, so that's got a lot to do with it as well.
So the healthier the person is, the easier it would be to remove?
Generally, it's still not that black and white, but generally, having a healthy system does help your body to remove the broken ink particles better.
Okay. Has there been like any out there tattoos you've needed to remove? Like someone that's come in here and you're like, what the hell is that?
I don't think we're shocked anymore with tattoos.
No.
We see everything. We see some wild ones. Probably Ethan's face is one of the craziest, like blackout face, full blacked out.
But he's got layers in that face.
We do a lot of face tattoos, but nothing as thick and saturated as that. But it's hard. We don't really get shocked by tattoos.
No, we don't get shocked.
So not at all?
Everyone thinks their tattoo's the worst ever, but every time I see it, I think, trust me, we've seen way worse. Because we do so many as well, and we've been doing it for so long. So
when you first started, though, were there any?
What was his name? Joe with the one eye on his forehead. That was that was another one. Yeah, he had no other visible tattoos at all. Just like a nice, straight-looking kid, and he just had an eye tattooed on his forehead. Yeah, his dad booked him in, but that's all removed now. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
What advice would you give someone else wanting to get into business?
It's long. I guess it's more just dedication, hard work over a long period of time is what made it for us. It definitely didn't take off. It didn't fire at the start. It was more just we put in the time, year by year, it got bigger, and slowly to get where we are. But it definitely wasn't a fast journey. It's kind of go to your time.
Yeah, we were asked this week the other day about if people wanting to get into this particular business, and probably the best advice we could give is don't cut corners.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best advice I could give.
Definitely.
do everything right.
Definitely don't cut corners.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy, like people think going into business is easy, but it's not. It takes
So
time.
often people come in here and they'll sit down and they'll get their laser done, and their session might take 5 minutes, and then they'll say, wow, you guys have got it made, this looks like such an easy business, I might get me one of those lasers. But it took us a long time to build up to getting this laser.
Yeah, exactly.
We had to work our way up to that, and in the beginning, no one just comes to you.
No.
Like you can have a good laser, and you can, like we were in the heart of Broadbeach, and we were doing everything right, but you can't. People don't just come to you straight away. It took us a long time. People want to see proof of your work. It took us years to get enough before and afters for people to trust that we can actually do it.
Yeah, that's it.
And do it properly. So
it's hard to build and get that clientele. Like I've noticed being a personal trainer, like, someone else who's been doing it for years, they'll get picked up quicker than someone who's like just started out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they've seen all like the before and afters.
Yeah, they want to see
proven results, you've got a portfolio, and see what you've done. Your tattoo removal, it takes probably a couple of years before you get a full removal, if you get a full removal.
Yeah.
So it's like you get a couple in your portfolio in a couple of years. So it's very hard when people can't see your work.
And starting out, you don't know that. Like laser, when you buy a laser, the laser company doesn't tell you that.
No.
You try to work it out, and you see clients come in and they try to work it out in their heads as well. They go, okay, so if I can get it done every 4 weeks, I've looked at all the things, some of them off in 4, 6 sessions, whatever, so I should have this off by the end of the year. But it doesn't work like that, like it's the more faded the tattoo becomes, the slower it fades, so you can't just keep hitting it every 4 weeks. It doesn't just come off like that. So you have to wait longer. So to get those before and afters took a long time.
Yeah. So what's been your biggest obstacle starting a business, would you say? Because you ran a business beforehand, so you roughly knew already what it would have been like going in.
Yeah, we've had heaps of businesses. So.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. We did have a little used car dealership, and
this was harder to get moving. I think it was harder than I thought it was going to be.
We were used to good money.
Yeah.
We were used to earning good money, and this was like not good money. For 2 years, it was like we were like, oh, have we done the right thing? But we had to stick with it because we'd put everything into it. Like we sold the truck business and put everything into it, so we had to make it work. Yeah.
I think that's what made it better though. The fact that it was hard to get moving.
Yeah.
When it finally did start to get moving, we could see what it was capable of. Makes it feel better now.
Did it help with the motivation? Like, did it make you push harder to get where you wanted to go?
We were very hungry. We wanted it, so we put in the time. But yeah, it definitely did.
You're like, I'm going to make this work. I don't care. I put everything into it.
We still don't take holidays. We worked 7 days a week when we first opened, and just any hours anyone wanted to come, we'd be here for them. Yeah, we do 6 days a week now, but if you.
But we still live it. We don't take our hand off the pulse at all. It's all we talk about, it's all we do kind of thing because we're a couple. But it works. We love it.
Yeah.
Like Sunday's our only day that the clinic is closed, but I've just been at home all day doing bookings.
Yeah. So you're still working.
Yeah.
You don't really get a day off. No.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's what we've signed up for, and we're happy. Like Nate said, we do it together. So
how do you make it work, being a married couple running the business? Do you fight a bit?
No, it's all we've known. We've worked together since we met each other.
We have different spots. Like I spend all my day in here lasering, hands-on, and I've got my area. George's got her area of quotes, dealing with clients, getting people in here. So we're 2 different sides, I guess. I enjoy in here being tucked away, just lasering all day. But George likes the other side of it, so I don't kind of interfere with that side. She doesn't interfere with this side, so it works.
So you do all the bookings and
I do the consults, bookings.
We don't clash
inquiries.
with each other's work. I think that's what helps.
Well, as you would remember, I help him in here with ice packs and whatever, and if someone's struggling, I'll sit here and talk to them to help try to get their mind off and things like that. So I'm the caring one, and Nate's the technical one trying to get the job done properly. Yeah.
And that's the thing, us women, we are caring. We've got the caring nature.
Yeah. And someone could cry and Nate didn't even notice. Because he's really concentrating on on the getting the perfect, getting the job done perfectly. And if someone's crying, I'm nearly crying with them, hugging them and stuff to get them through.
Because the end result is what's going to matter. That's temporary. The pain is temporary, and you're going to forget about that by the end of the night. They're going to see the result over the next month, what's going to happen. So it matters what happens during the treatment. So for me, the job has to be perfect. They can't leave it until it's right. And then George takes care of the other side. So it's perfect.